If you're a musician, people look down on us. Now, the reality is the normies of the world look at us musicians. They assume, things about our lifestyle. They assume things about us. And, this started when I was in high school. I remember when I was in high school and I was just a normal kid, I was young. I loved guitar. I loved Jimi Hendrix. I loved, music. I was all in, man. I was playing my guitar all the time. And I remember a girl, turning around and talking to me, in class and saying, well, you must do drugs. I was like, what? What are you talking about? No. He's like, well, you're a musician. I was like, what is going on? I think I was probably 15 or 16 years old. And, I was a good kid, man. I didn't do anything like that. I wasn't at that point in my life. It was a small town. I grew up in a small town of 10,000 people. So, it took a while before the evils of the world took their hold on me. And I was just kind of blown away that, man, I was guilty. I was guilty before I'd ever done anything. And that's because I was a musician. Now, it's the same thing with my family, right? On my cousin's side of my mom's side, my cousins and stuff like that. Not the youngest one, not the one closest to my age, but the older ones, they just think I'm crazy. They just think, oh, that's our crazy cousin. And they don't have any contact with me. I never hear from them. I never, I remember, this is a funny story. I was living in Nashville, and my cousin, my oldest cousin on my mom's side, decided to come visit, was coming to Nashville and reached out. Oh, Brad's in Nashville. If he's playing somewhere, let me know. I'll go see him play. I'm thinking, okay, cool. I'm thinking, hey, it's cool. Come on out to my gig, whatever. So she comes out to my gig and she's real trepidatious. And look, man, she came out to Third and Lindsley, which is essentially like a nice blues bar. It's not a heavy metal club. It's not, it's a place where you could take your grandma. It's not. And when you walk in, it didn't have a shady vibe. It wasn't really a dive bar. It wasn't upscale, but it's not a dive bar. So she comes in and I go up to her, oh, hey, and I'm thinking, hey, this would be cool. I see my cousin. Maybe she'll buy me a beer. We'll hang out for a minute. She's like, comes up, you're not going to headbang, are you? I'm just like, no. This is this is a blues bar, and I'm playing in a funk band, or whatever. I don't remember the exact lineup that we played with that night, but it was Third and Lindsley, man. If you know Nashville, you know Third and Lindsley, and you know the kind of music. You play good music in Third and Lindsley. There's no heavy metal in there. It's just a regular old place, man. Normal bar goers in there. So I get, she's saying this to me. Now, look, I still had my long hair. I was still like the remnants of my Sunset Strip days in my past. And when she said that to me, I was kind of like, one, I was blown away. And two, I was like, you know what? We are different people. You are judging me, prejudging me, and thinking that I'm going to just do this like wild show. But you know what? Something in me clicked. And I thought, I'm going to put on the wildest friggin' show tonight that I possibly can in this setting. Because, man, it's like being judged as a musician, being, people assuming things about you. And, you never reached out and said, hey, can I take you out to dinner? Hey, I'm in town. Hey, hey, can I get you something to eat before your show? Or hey, can I buy you a beer? Or hey, would you like to sit down with us? It's no. Are you gonna headbang tonight? I mean, look, man, thumbs down, bro, thumbs down. And I hope people on this side of the family hear this because, man, I don't ask for anything from my cousins or, I don't ask for anything from anybody, man. When you take a career as a musician, man, a lot of your family they just write you off, man. They just write you off, and it's like, here, oh, he's a musician, bye. And look, man, if I'd have joined the corporate world and I'd been wearing my khaki pants and my button-down shirt, oh, I'm sure they would have been, oh, Brad, oh, come on out, let's go out to dinner. I'm in your town. Oh, but no, you come to my gig, and this is what I love to do. This is the thing that I love to do. This is who I am. I'm a musician. And it takes skill, and it takes work, and it takes dedication, maybe more than somebody that did 4 years of college and a couple of years for a master's. Maybe it takes more dedication and more sacrifice and requires, in some cases, more intelligence. But no, you're just a wild musician. And, oh God, are you going to headbang tonight? So I pulled out the stops that night, man. I pulled out the stops. I dropped down to my knees. I was playing guitar with my teeth. I was playing behind my back. I was being as lewd as I could be in the songs that I was singing. I was playing as funky and as nasty and as dirty and intense as I possibly could on that gig. And man, I would let it fly, man. I would let it fly. And she never said bye to me. I think she left probably, while we were playing. And never really had any further contact except, for going to, going home and having Thanksgiving dinner and her being there. And it would always be, oh yeah, my crazy cousin, like that. And look, man, here's the thing. Here's how crazy I am. Here's how wild I am. My mom would be, 70 or so years old. And this giant group of that side of the family would come to dinner. And, my mom is old, man. And, try to feed like, I don't know, 10 or 15 people or whatever. And look, my mom was in the restaurant business for years. So yeah, she knows something about feeding lots of people. But, man, these people would come and they wouldn't say anything. They just kind of treat you like an outsider. And then, at the end of the night, they just leave this mess and they all just sit there with their feet up. And I know, man, my mom doesn't need to be in that kitchen, washing, 15 plates and 15 large plates and another this and then pots and pans and all this kind of stuff. So because I can't relate to these people one single bit, man, it's just, I'm sitting there and they're, oh yeah, our crazy cousin. If I do tell a story, it's, my crazy cousin. Oh yeah, he's crazy. I just get up off the table and I start taking the plates in there and I start washing the dishes, man, because, that's something I've done. I've worked in kitchens. I've been a dishwasher. I don't mind. I still, to this day, if the kitchen's a mess, I go in there and I just get it done, man. Rather than talk about it and argue who's going to do it and whatever, man, I just get it done because I know how it is. The longer you let it sit in that kitchen, the worse it is. And I don't want my 70-year-old mom having to clean this up. So I go in there and I start cleaning the the kitchen, and it's a lot of work, man. It's a lot. There were a lot of plates. There was platters. There's all this stuff, and all this silverware, and this, I believe they had a dishwasher, but maybe they didn't use it, or maybe, all that stuff had to be pre-washed because it's all that turkey and gravy and all that stuff. So I'm in the kitchen, man, and I'm going to town, dude. I'm knocking out, dude. When I got to do some physical thing or cleaning stuff, dude, I don't believe in messing around. I'm in there. I'm doing it all, right? One of my cousin's husbands come in, and this is with my wife right there. She says, "Oh, Brad's gonna make a great wife one day." I just look at him and I say, I don't, at that point, dude, you know what? I don't have any, look, you're going to sit there with your feet up, not even bring your plate in. For a 70-year-old woman to cook and clean for you? Nah, bro, nah. And so I never spent another Thanksgiving with that crew, man. I don't have anything to do with them. I hope they see this video. It's absolutely ridiculous, right? So, similar situation happened with my aunt on that side. And going over there, they're wanting to see our child, and we didn't meet certain requirements of what they required for us to come in the house, and basically said, "Oh, well, you should have done this thing. Your uncles and nephews, they died for this country. You should have done this certain thing in order to be clean enough to come in our house." And I said, "You know what? I will never see you again. I will never have anything to do with you again." And I did it old school. I walked straight out the front door, and I did a stand in the parking lot and yell for everyone to hear in the neighborhood. I gave them, "You want to think I'm crazy? I'm absolutely crazy." And I said, "I will never see you again." And this was a situation where it was my birthday. We had gone to the beach. We'd had an awesome day with my mom and my wife and my tiny daughter. And I begged my mom, "I don't want to go over there. Please don't." "Oh, she wants to see the baby. Oh, she wants to see the baby. I don't want to go over there. I don't have anything in common with her. She's always, look, she's said things in the past where asking about, and I'm not going to get into it, but asking about someone on the other side of the family. Are they still around?" And I said, "Yeah." It says, "Too bad." You're not a good person, man. You're not a good person. So you can judge me and say that I'm wild and I'm this and that and all that. But I'm here and I'm telling the truth right now. And you know what? People judge you when you're a musician. And man, I'm fired up about this, thinking about all this. I didn't predetermine what I was going to talk about in this. I just wrote on wrote on a page. People look down on us. And these things, your own family will look down on you. Now, I've had complete strangers treat me with more respect than people in my family. And, it's upsetting, but you know what? Screw them. It's their loss. It's their loss. And, you know what? I don't have anything to do with them. I don't relate to them. And that's the reality. But, many years back before that, and this is another tale. If you're a musician, man, and you're in the elite, world where there's money. I remember one time, I think I played a wedding at the Biltmore in Asheville, North Carolina. And it was a high-dollar wedding. They had Edwin McCain actually got up and played a song with the band. I mean, these people spent serious money on this wedding. And so I had, at the time, I'd been dating a girl, and she'd flown up to see me. She was, from somewhere else, and flown up to see me. And so, I would say, look, I have to make money. This is my weekend. I got this big high dollar gig. We're going to have to go to Asheville, North Carolina. And she would reluctantly go, but so I had to bring her to the gig. So she comes to the gig, and she's sitting on a bench kind of behind the band. We're playing outside, and some old lady walks up to her, and she says, "Oh, hi, hello. Are you with the groom's side? Or are you with the bride's side?" And she says, "Oh, well, my boyfriend is in the band." She goes, "Oh." People look down on us. And you know what? I put that on them. It speaks more about them. It doesn't speak about us, because some of the greatest people I've ever known in my life have been musicians. Now, I've known some shady musicians, and I've known some bad people, in the music business. But man, some of the best friendships I've ever had in the world. And man, they would have my back no matter what happened. Because look, we're survivors. We are people that know how to take $5 and go down to the grocery store and figure out how to make something to eat for the whole week. You know what? And these people, they don't understand that. They look down on us because they think, oh, the musician, oh, you must do this and you must do that. And they predetermine who you are by what you do for a living. That's on them. That speaks about how they are. That speaks about who they are and not who we are. We are people that love music. We have spent our entire career playing music to fill the silence, to fill the awkward moments in life, to provide a beautiful melody for people to listen to rock out so that people can have fun and release energy. We've played weddings. We've played concerts. We've played in all kinds of special events and birthday parties and all these joyous occasions. I've personally played so many. I played literally 1,000 weddings. I played 1,000 weddings, the biggest day of a person's life. And I have played that for them. Even at 58 years old in Nashville, I was still doing that. I did it for decades. Whenever I would get off the road and I needed work on a Saturday, boom, I don't care. I don't have any problem about that. It's the most joyous day in a person's life. It's the one picture that they'll have, the one memory that they'll have with them till the day they die. Or in some cases, the moment they choose to forget if it doesn't work out. But man, people judge us, and they're absolutely wrong about a musician. A musician will help you. A musician will, soothe you. Man, if the Titanic is going down, the musicians will pick up their instruments and play so that you have some peace and solitude as the ship is going down. And I will say this, man, if the whole world comes crashing down, it'll be the musicians who'll be making music till the earth crumbles into the sea. People look down on us, and they are absolutely wrong about musicians. We are the salt of the earth. We are people that have your back. We are people that have been through tough times, and we know how to survive. So when everything, hits the fan, it's musicians that will know how to survive. Don't look down on us. Lift us up.